Good morning, Manikanta. Let's start at 8:30, guys. Let's set a trend. I'm sure students will keep on joining. Yeah, good morning to all of you. I had uploaded yesterday's video in the app. You can just check it. Yep. So, any other things before we start the session today? Any specific thing to be discussed? Yep. So, let's get started, guys, because I believe 8:30 to 10 is the assigned slot. So, let's stick to the timing. Else, and let students also follow it, guys. Right? Yeah. So today we'll be discussing another important topic, which is time, speed, and distance. Right. It's a very interesting and a very practical topic. So I guess I'll be needing around 2 to 3 sessions to cover it up. I have close to 60 odd questions in this chapter to discuss all the basics and all the various models. Right. So after that, your job will be to go back and practice from your sources altogether. Clear? Right. So let's get started. So what is speed? We know that the unit speed is nothing but either meters per second or kilometers per hour. Clear? So now whenever I'm talking about the units of speed called meters per second, or I am talking about kilometers per hour, this is what defines the formula for speed. Clear? So formula of speed is going to be nothing but distance upon time. Right? So distance should be in meters or kilometers, and time should be in seconds or hours. Right? So in this chapter, the first and the foremost important point that a student has to focus is units of all the things given to me. Clear? If I'm given speed, right? So that will help me to determine the units altogether. So always remember this. If I'm given speed in terms of meters per second, then distance should be in meters and time should be in seconds. Similarly, if speed is given in the form of kilometers per hour, then distance should be in kilometers and time should be in hours. Having said that, as we have always been discussing, we need to be very conversant with all the three formulas. So when I cross multiply, distance is equal to speed into time, clear? And I also should know that time is equal to distance by speed, right? Yep. So we all know that if we're talking about two major units of speed called meters per second and kilometers per hour, we also need to know how do we convert them, right? So when I talk about kilometers per hour, right? If I'm converting in terms of meters, so 1 kilometer in the form of meters is going to be 1,000 meters, and 1 hour in the form of seconds is going to be 3,600 seconds. So we all know 1 kilometer per hour is nothing but 5 meters per second. Instead of this, if you want a very logical way to understand, now please understand, kilometers per hour is a larger unit. Clear? So if I'm converting from kilometers per hour to meters per second, so from larger unit, I'm converting into a smaller unit. I multiply with a smaller fraction. Clear? I repeat, kilometers per hour is a larger unit. So from larger unit, if I'm moving down to a smaller unit, so I'm multiplying with a smaller fraction. We all have been confused right from our childhood, whether it is 18 by 5 or 5 by 18. So 5 by 18 is nothing but a smaller fraction, and 18 by 5 is nothing but my larger fraction. Clear? So if I'm going from a larger unit to a smaller unit, I multiply with a smaller fraction. Similarly, I know there's a meters per second. I'm converting that in the form of kilometers per hour. Okay. So from a smaller unit, I'm moving down to a large. I'm moving up to a larger unit. So therefore, I multiply with 18 by 5. So these two conversions are really important to all of us, right? So please keep these two very handy, because I repeat, in this chapter, a student should be first focusing upon the units of all the terms. Clear? And then our job is going to be nothing but just follow the question. So today's session will be on how to use, the basic formula in multiple ways. So as I always go ahead from the basic to the high level. So we will be looking at basic questions today where we will be applying formulas in different ways and we'll be clarifying our basics so that we pick up the question in the least possible time. Clear? So let's get started. Yep. Can we get the answer of this in like 30 seconds time? Yeah. So I have kilometers per hour is a larger unit. From kilometers per hour, I'm moving down to a smaller unit. So therefore, I multiply with a smaller fraction. Simple. Here, this is going to be 9 nines and 9 twos, and that's going to be 45 by 2, which is going to be 22.5 meters per second. Clear? Yep. Again, let's look at a very basic question. These are like the warm-up questions here. Yep. So a person travels 50 kilometers in 3 hours. Let me first calculate the speed in kilometers per hour, guys. So speed in kilometers per hour, I know that speed is nothing but distance upon time. Okay. Now from kilometers per hour, I need to convert that in the form of meters per second. So from kilometers per hour, that's a larger unit. I'm moving down to a smaller unit. So I multiply with a smaller fraction. Okay. So our answer is going to be nothing but 250 divided by 54 is going to be our answer. Clear? Any doubts with this? Which should be how much? I guess 4.62, right? Yeah, so 4.63, Pavni is correct. So 4.63 meters per second should be your answer. Clear, guys? So first we are converting the speed in terms of kilometers per hour, and from kilometers per hour we are moving to meters per second. I hardly had only 3 correct answers out of 50 answers. Yeah, let's look at the next one. Again, a very basic question. Answers, please. This is just the third question. Chandrasekhar, it's asking me how many kilometers kana, not meters. 100 kilometers, 585 kilometers, okay. 600 kilometers, fine. So we're getting multiple answers from each and every one. I guess only 4 people had same answers. Rest all answers are different. Quick 30 more seconds and then we discuss. I repeat, is asking you how many kilometers. Please focus on the units. Two important points. First is focus on the units of terms, and second thing is follow the question. Right, so a person can cover 8 meters in 3 seconds. How many kilometers can he cover in 3 hours and 45 minutes? Now, please understand the question is asking me the distance. Clear? So I know directly if I go ahead, my distance is nothing but speed into time. Now time given to me is in the form of hours and minutes. So 3 hours, 45 minutes can be converted as 45 by 60. That is 3 by 4th of an hour. So my total time in terms of hours would be nothing but 3 by 4. That is going to be how much? 15 by 4 hours. Okay. So my total time is 15 by 4 hours. Now I want speed also in the form of kilometers per hour. Clear? Now I'm given 8 meters in 3 seconds. Now let's understand. When I'm talking meters per second, then I know that the speed in meters per second is going to be nothing but distance upon time. Okay. Now from meters per second, I need to convert in terms of kilometers per hour. So from smaller unit, if I'm going down to a larger unit, I multiply by a larger fraction. So 3 ones are 3 6 are 8 6 are 48. So 48 by 5 will be my speed in the form of kilometers per hour. Clear? So 48 by 5 is my speed in the form of kilometers per hour. I'm just multiplying this. This is 4 ones are 4 12s are. This is 5 ones are 5 threes are. And therefore the answer is going to be 36. Clear? Again, I had around 10 correct answers out of 50. Okay. So start increasing your. Yeah, let's move forward, guys. Next question, please. Guys coming late are asking me quite doubts which we have already covered. So guys, from tomorrow, the whole idea of starting early today was from tomorrow, let's stick to timing here. We started the class at 8:30 sharp. So from today, we'll be looking at 8:30 to 10 as the sharp timings. Clear? So please ensure that you guys are there on time. So from 10 o'clock, if students have any doubts, we'll discuss them and then we'll wind up the class. Okay. So because I'm trying to give you some break before your college sessions also start. I guess your college sessions start at 10:30. It's always advisable to take some breaks in between. I don't discuss any formula stage up. So guys who have joined late, the only things that we have discussed is nothing but the speed is equal to distance by time. There are two units of speed, that is kilometers per hour or meters per second. So if you are converting from kilometers per hour to meters per second, right, I am multiplying with 5 by 18. Simple. Kilometers per hour into 5 by 18 is meters per second. Similarly, I can also look at meters per second into 18 by 5 will be nothing but kilometers per hour. Clear, Teja? Yep. So Varun covered a certain distance in 4.5 hours by traveling half of the distance at 40 kilometers per hour and the remaining distance at 50 kilometers per hour, which means I know that first half of the distance is covering at 40 kilometers per hour and the second half of the distance is covering at 50 kilometers per hour. Can I say the distance covered in both the cases should be same? Because half and half, right? So the distance covered in both the cases is same. Simple concept here. Clear? Now I know that the distance covered in the first case is equal to distance covered in the second case. Now what is the formula of distance? The formula of distance is speed into time. Clear? And here also the formula of distance is going to be speed into time. Now I know that, let's say T1 and T2. I know that total time taken is nothing but 4.5 hours. If total time taken is 4.5 hours, let me assume that is covering in T1 hours for the first part, okay? So can I say the remaining, that is 4.5 minus T1 will be the time taken for the second part of the journey? So for the second part of the journey, that's going to be 4.5 minus T1. So you have to just solve this, get the value of T1 first. So what do we get from here? So I'm just solving it here, guys. So we have 40 T1 is equal to 50 into 4 is 200 and 50 into 0.5 is 25. So that's going to be 225 minus 50 T1. So what do we get? We get 90 T1 is equal to 225, or the value of T1 is equal to 225 by 90. Now it's asking me the total distance covered, guys. Okay. So total distance covered is, this is half and this is also half. So let's first calculate first half of the distance. So my D1, okay. So I know that my D1 will be nothing but speed 1 into T1. So if I multiply with 40, I'll get the value of D1. So 9 2s are 18. I have 45. 9 5s are 45. Clear? So my distance 1 is equal to 25 kilometers. We know that distance 1 is also equal to distance 2. So which will also be equal to 25 kilometers. Clear? So therefore my total distance covered will be nothing but 50 kilometers. I had 0 correct answers. Sorry. 25 into 4. My bad, guys. 25 into 4, right? So that's going to be 100. And D2 will also be equal to 100. My bad, guys. I just skipped that 4. So the answer is going to be 200, which is, again, I guess I have only 6 or 7 correct answers. I missed this 4. My bad. Khaja, I've done the same thing, no? Look at this equation and compare with your equation, Khaja. Doesn't make too much of a difference, Khaja. I, I took 40 into T1, you took 50 into T1, but both of us have done the same thing, no? The whole concept here is D1 is equal to D2 because it's covering half of the distance in both the cases. Clear? So you can take anything as x here. In fact, instead of taking x, if you understand total time taken is 4.5, I can write 40 into x is equal to 50 into 4.5 minus x. These are like basic questions here. By reading, we should start understanding what is going to be same here. Clear? So quickly solve and your answer is going to be 200 in that case. Clear? Let's solve this, please. Okay, guys, just 1 second. Yeah, so we can also do this with the help of one more method here. Everybody, can you please stop solving? I want your focus here. Guys, please stop solving. I do not want any answers to be in my inbox. Now, I can also discuss one more method because, yeah, that can be an advanced method which I generally use for CAT students, right? So we can also use sometimes proportionality. I repeat, this is not mandatory. For CRT, this might not be required, but if you're using this, it's much better. It's actually CAT recommended model. Okay, so I'm looking at proportionality, okay? Now, what does proportionality indicate? So now we have 3 things, right? So we can take in one case distance is constant, in one case time is constant, in one case speed is constant. Now we need to know that if distance is constant, speed and time are inversely proportional. Clear? So if speed and time are inversely proportional, I can take S1 by S2 is equal to T2 by T1. Clear? If time is constant, then please understand distance is directly proportional to speed. I repeat, this is slightly higher level model, but if you're able to pick up, much better. Clear? So distance is directly proportional to speed. So in that case, I'm taking d1 by d2 is equal to s1 by s2. Similarly, if speed is constant, then we are taking distance is directly proportional to time. If distance is directly proportional to time, then I'm taking d1 by d2 is equal to t1 by t. Clear? But yeah, here your first major job will be to identify what is constant. If you know this, the job is pretty easier. So what is constant here? I know that my d1 is equal to d2. So if you're able to understand this part, the distance is constant, the ratio of time taken will be inversely proportional to my ratio of the speeds. So S1 by S2 is 40 by 50. Now this will be nothing but the ratio of T1, T2 is to T1. So what can I do directly here? If you are good at ratios and if you are good at, picking up the speed here, so all that we can do is I can divide 4.5 in the ratio of 5 is to 4. This is T1 and this is T2. Okay. Now 9 parts is 4.5, right? So if 9x is equal to 4.5, then the value of x is equal to 0.5. So for the first part, I am traveling 5 into 0.5, that is 2.5 hours. For the second part, I am traveling 4 into 0.5, that is 2 hours. Now this is time taken. So the speed for the first part is 40 and speed for the second part is 50. Clear? So in this case also I am covering 100 and in this case also I am covering 100. So my total distance becomes 200. So you can also use proportionality in case you are comfortable with this model. But having said that, for CRT especially, this proportionality is not a recommended model because sometimes it becomes proportionality is majorly used to make your difficult questions very easier, right? But when a little information is given, you can directly do with the help of the formula. In this question, I would always prefer the formula that we used because it doesn't take too much of time, no? Simple. So for me, this is more convenient as compared to this. I repeat, proportionality is majorly used when you're looking at, difficult problems. But yeah, having said that, this is also one more method in which you can look at it. Yeah, let's look at this question here. An aeroplane covers a certain distance at a speed of 240 kilometers per hour in 5 hours. That means the distance covered will be nothing but speed into time. So that's 240 into 5. Clear? Which is going to be how much? 1200 kilometers. At what speed must he travel to cover the same distance in 1, 2 by 3 hours? So 3 ones are 3 plus 2 is 5. So 5 by 3 hours is what is giving you the time. And he wants the same distance to be covered. So I know that my speed will be nothing but distance upon time. So this is 5 by 3. So 5 ones are, and this is going to be 5 240s are. 3 gets multiplied. So the answer is going to be 240 into 3, which is going to be how much? 720 kilometers per hour. So most of you are correct in this. The answer is 720 kilometers per hour. Yeah. So if a person walks at 14 kilometers per hour instead of 10 kilometers per hour, he would have walked 20 kilometers more. Clear? So when I'm talking about this, now simple concept, that means I'm traveling for the same time. Since time is not mentioned, I would say in both the cases, okay, both the cases, the time taken is same. This is what the question is indicating. Clear? So the distance covered at 14 kilometers per hour will be 14 into t, that is speed into time, minus the distance covered when 10 kilometers per hour will be 10 into t. Clear? Now this distance gap is going to be 20 kilometers. Now please understand this is the usual one or the actual one, and this is given in the question. Clear? So 14t minus 10t, therefore my answer is going to be 4t is equal to 20 or the value of t is equal to 5. So the value of t is equal to 5. The question is asking you the actual distance covered, right? So it's traveling at 10 kilometers per hour. So therefore 5 into 10, my answer is going to be how much? 50 kilometers will be the actual distance covered by. Let's solve this please. Okay, somebody says 78 is the answer. Somebody saying 80 is the answer. Okay, let's wait for a few more. Yeah, let's solve this, please. So it says a truck covers 800 kilometers at a certain speed. Okay. So a truck covers 800 kilometers at a certain speed. I do not know the speed. If the speed is decreased by 20 kilometers per hour, then it would have taken 2 hours more to cover the same distance. Okay. Now, two ways of looking at this question, guys. Now, one way is a typical equations method. I know the time taken in the second case is 2 hours more than the time taken in the first case. So I know that T2 minus T1 is equal to 2 hours, right? Now, total distance covered is 800. So my time taken in the first case will be, let's say, 800 divided by X kilometers per hour. Now, in the second case, it says if the speed decreased by 20. Now, please understand, it's only talking about the decrease in speed. That means the distance covered will be same only. Clear? So in the second case also, he has been covering 800, but this time he's decreasing the speed by 20. And now I know this, the gap is going to be 2. Clear? Now trust me, this becomes a little weird for us to calculate because then we come back to quadratic equation and whatnot and whatnot and whatnot. Okay. So if I go by the basic way, I take x minus 20 into x as my LCM, right? This becomes a quadratic equation. So I would not say this to be a recommended method to solve. Clear? So how do we go ahead? Now I know that time taken in the second case is 2 hours more than the time taken in the first case. So let me take case 1 and case 2. Right? Now, instead of going by division, I know one concept that distance is equal to speed into time. Let's try to use this. Clear? Now, in the exam, the best part will be, you can use options case. Right? So here, in the first case, let's say I'm taking t hours. So in the second case, I'll take t plus 2 hours. Right? In the first case, I'm traveling at the speed of s. So in the second case, I'm traveling at a speed of s minus 20. Right? And in both the cases, I'm covering 800 kilometers. So I have two equations and two variables. You can get your answers. Clear? But either ways, you'll have to go by calculation in both the cases because values are not given. So this would be nothing but just a time-taking procedure. So if you want to calculate this, this also becomes easy here. So what do we get? 800x and 800x will get cancelled. So I'll be left with what here? 16,000. On the left hand side, or yeah, let's say I'm looking at 16,000 is equal to 2 into, this is going to be x square minus 20x. So 2 ones are to 8,000. So we have x square minus 20x minus 8,000 is equal to 0. Now 8,020. So can I take what, 180? Clear? So this becomes x square minus 100x plus 80x. Minus 8,000 is equal to 0. So this would be nothing but x minus 100 into x plus 80 is equal to 0. So that means the value of x is going to be 100. I cannot take the value of x as 80. Now what is x? X is the original speed, because from here you'll get minus 80 and speed cannot be in negative values. So x is the original speed. Now please do not be in a hurry. A lot of you give me answers as 100, but what is the reduced speed is asked in the question. So therefore my answer becomes 100 minus 20, that is going to be 80 will be your answer. Clear? So this is a question where you cannot avoid calculations in both the cases. Guys, pick up the speed slowly. These are basic questions. I'm intending to solve at least 20 questions in today's class. All of these are like equation based here. In today's class, we are just getting conversant with all the three terms. Previous question answer is 80, Teja. So the ratio between the speeds of both the trains is 7:8, right? So I can take the speeds are nothing but 7x and 8x. If the second train runs 400 kilometers in 4 hours, so I know the speed of the second train, okay? Speed would be nothing but 400 by 4, which is nothing but, as per our assumption, that is nothing but 8x. So if 8x is equal to 100, the concept is simple. I do not want you to calculate the value of x. If 8x is equal to 100, the question is asking me the value of 7x. Can we go with cross multiplication tool? So that's going to be 700 by 8x into 7x. Sorry, 8x is equal to 100. Yeah, 100. Then what is the value of 7x? So that's the final answer is going to be 700 by 8. Clear? So that's going to be how much? 8 8s are 64. We have 60. 8 7s are 56. 87.5 kilometers per hour becomes your answer. Perfect. Unit is also important because I'm given kilometers in hours, right? So 87.5 kilometers per hour becomes our answer. It's a very interesting and tricky question, guys. No correct answer so far. Abhi, you're taking very 474. Guys, we have options like 100, 474. Don't go so far, yeah. I just wanted to travel 6 kilometers. Please don't travel 600 kilometers. Yeah, two things, guys. Let's understand this question first of all. Now the bus is traveling, right? So I can say that my total time taken by the bus is nothing but the bus is traveling. So there will be a travel time available. Clear? Also, the bus is stopping. So there will be a stoppage time available. Clear? So simple stuff. The bus is also stopping. So therefore the bus will take stoppage time as well. And the bus is also traveling. So there will be a travel time as well. Clear? Now, travel time is going to be very easy, right? So he's traveling 6 kilometers at a speed of 45 kilometers per hour. So travel time will be distance by speed. Now please understand this will give me in the form of hours. Now the question is asking me in how many minutes does he travel? So into 60. This is going to be his travel time, guys. Clear? That's going to be how much? This is 15 fours and 15 threes. 3 ones are 3 twos are. So I know that the travel time is going to be 8 minutes. Okay. Now let's understand the stoppage time. What is happening? In the whole process, 6 kilometers, let's say. So after 250, one break, 1 minute of break. Then again 250, one more minute of break. Again 250, one more minute of break. Clear? Now this is 1 kilometer zone, so 1 minute of break. Clear? So I'm sure you would have done this. In 1 kilometer, he's traveling for 4 times. So in 6 kilometers, for how many times will he travel? So will he stop? So we know that he will be stopping how many times? 24 times. But please understand, suppose I'm taking 5 kilometers, okay? So at first 250, he will drop it for 1 minute. Next 250, he will drop for one more minute. Next 250, he'll drop for one more minute. Now tell me, in the destination, will he wait for 1 minute or will he stop forever? In the destination, in the 6th kilometer point, will he wait for 1 minute, or I'm supposed to see that at how much time is he just reaching here? So please understand, at the 6th kilometer point, I am not supposed to consider my waiting time. Clear? So your stoppage time will be nothing but 24 minus 1. So your stoppage time is going to be 23 minutes. Therefore, your answer is going to be 8 plus 23, and therefore the answer is going to be 31 minutes. I have only one correct answer from like close to 60 correct answers. Is travel time clear with everybody? Sirisha? Is travel time clear? How many of you have doubts? Do you want me to repeat or just shall we proceed? Okay. Now, guys, again repeat two things. There is a travel time, there is a stoppage time. I'll come back to that a little later. Right? So let's first understand stoppage time, okay? I am supposed to know in how many minutes will the bus cover 6 kilometers. So my stoppage time is pretty simple to calculate, guys. Okay. So first 250 he'll stop for 1 minute. Second 250 he'll again stop for 1 minute. Third 250 again he'll stop for 1 minute. Then after 1 kilometer is again stopping for 1 minute. If you do this for 5 kilometers, how many times will you stop? 20 times, right? Any doubts here, guys? 5 kilometers, the stoppage time will be 20 times, 20 into 1. So I'm stopping for 20 minutes. Any doubt here? Guys who have a doubt? Pratyusha, Sirisha. Guys, quick responses. Others are waiting just because of you here. So please respond. I'm ready to explain, but please respond quickly. Yeah. Now, after 5 kilometers, he'll stop for 1 minute here, 250 meters. Again, he'll stop for 1 minute here. Again, he'll stop for 1 minute here. But please understand, I just need to know the time taken the minute he's reaching here. So here, I'll not calculate my stoppage time. Clear? So from 5 kilometers to 6 kilometers part, he will be stopping for 3 minutes. Any doubts that my stoppage time is going to be nothing but 23 minutes? Right? So the total time taken will be travel time plus stoppage time. I repeat, the total time taken will be your travel time plus stoppage time. So stoppage time is 23 minutes. Travel time is traveling 6 kilometers at a speed of 45. This will be in the form of hours. I want in the form of minutes. So this will be 8 and this will be 23, and therefore your total time taken will be 31. Most of you are very close. You got 32. That's why I told you this is a tricky question. So 32 will be wrong. The answer is going to be 32 minus 1. That's going to be 31 is going to be your answer. So most of us commit this mistake of counting this last part also as 1 minute. Yeah, let's solve this, guys. Shirish, I replied to your query. So I repeat, the units are really important. If it's meters per second, then if the distance is in meters, then the time should be in seconds and the unit of speed should be meters per second. Right? So I'm given meters and meters per second. So we will get time in the form of seconds here. You need not convert in the form of hours unless given in the question. Now each of them is covering 100 meters. The time taken by the first guy will be 100 by 8. Time taken by the second guy will be 100 by 6. Time taken by the third guy will be again 100 by 8. And time taken by the fourth guy is going to be 100 by 12. So I repeat, 4 into 100 meters relay race, which means 4 people are running 100 meters each. Clear? So if you observe, it's going to be very easy to calculate. It's 100 by 8 plus 100 by 8 will give me how much? 200 by 8. Now I have 100 by 6 and I have 100 by 12, right? So let me multiply into 2 into 2. So 200 by 12 plus 100 by 12 will give me how much? 300 by 12. So 12 into 25 is 300 and 8 into 25 is 200. 25 plus 25, the answer is going to be 50. Yeah, let's see here. So it says a person travels three distances in the ratio of 1 is to 2 is to 3. So let me take x, 2x, and 3x. Now, should I take meters or kilometers? Please understand, speed given to me is in the form of meters per second. So I'm assuming distance in the form of meters. Okay. Next, the time taken, sorry, the speed, my bad. The speed at which they are traveling is 20 meters per second, 30 meters per second, and 40 meters per second, respectively. Clear? If the total time taken is 23 minutes, now please understand the speed is meters per second. Okay? And the distance is meters. So therefore, the time taken should be in the form of seconds only. Clear? So what is the time taken by this guy? So time taken for this part is going to be distance by speed, x by 20. That is 2x by 30. And this is going to be 3x by 40. So what happens if we take the LCM? The LCM is going to be 120. So according to us, this is going to be 120. So which is going to be 6x plus 4 2s are 8x plus 3 3s are 9x. Okay? So which according to us is going to be 23x by 120. Now please understand, time should be in the form of seconds. So 23x by 120 seconds as per the question is equal to 23 into 60 seconds. Clear? Minutes should be converted in the form of seconds, guys. Clear? So 23 and 23 gets cancelled. So the value of x is equal to 7,200 meters or 7.2 kilometers. Either of them should be fine with me. But is this your answer? I'm afraid hardly one or two gave me the right answer. This is not going to be the answer. Please understand that this is only the value of x. What is the question asking you? The question is asking you find the total distance covered, right? So total distance covered is going to be x plus 2x plus 3x. So my total distance covered is nothing but 6x. Clear? So the value of x is equal to 7.2. So my total distance covered will be nothing but 6 into 7.2. Please focus on the units always. It's 43.2 kilometers. Any doubts with this question? Quick responses, guys. Because a lot of cases, what is happening is once I'm moving to the next question, after 1 or 2 minutes, people are asking me to revise the previous question. Please appreciate, let us value everybody's time here, guys. In case you have doubts, be ready and quickly respond with your doubt, right? The minute I'm completing the question. Right? So moving forward, guys. Yeah. Can we solve a similar one? Yep. So let's look at this question. I am sure by now most of you would have got the answers. Three stretches of time. Let me take x, 2x, and 3x. Now, first things first, let's freeze the unit. I am given kilometers per hour, right? So therefore, the time will always be hours. Clear? Speed given to me is how much? 20 kilometers per hour, 30 kilometers per hour, and 40 kilometers per hour. So I know distance is nothing but time into speeds. That's going to be 20x, 60x, and 120x. So according to us, the distance in kilometers is nothing but 20 plus 60 is 80, 80 plus 120 is 200. That's going to be 200x. Clear? So 200x as per the question is nothing but 100 kilometers. If 200x is equal to 100 kilometers, that means the value of x is going to be nothing but half a kilometer. Clear? Now what is asking you? The question is asking you find the total time for which I am traveling. Now please understand again, total time will be x plus 2x plus 3x, that is 6 hours. So therefore total time becomes 6 into 1 by 2, that will be 3 hours. Yep. Let's solve this please. Yeah, let's look at this. So while going from Mumbai to Pune, I travel first from Mumbai to Lonavala. That is a distance of 40 kilometers. Okay. So I'm first traveling a distance of 40 kilometers at a certain speed. And next I'm traveling a distance of 100 kilometers at twice the earlier speed. Clear? It took 3 hours for me to travel the entire journey. So now the time taken for the first part plus time taken for the second part is equal to 3 hours. That's going to be pretty easy here because the numbers are easy. So I get 90 by x is equal to 3. 3 ones are 3 30s are, which means the value of x is equal to 30. If the value of x is equal to 30, the value of 2x is equal to 60. So the answer is 30 and 60. Yep. Again, a very simple question. Yes, units are important. So therefore, it's kilometers per hour. Venkat Sai Ratan Kumar. It's a pretty simple question. Professor Mote walks to the market and comes back in an auto. Okay. So it's traveling the same distance, right? So I'm walking one side and coming back by auto the other side. Clear? And I take how many minutes? I take only 90 minutes. Now, if it takes auto on both the sides, that means that while going, I'm taking an auto. Clear? And while coming back also, I'm taking an auto. And I'm taking how many minutes? 30 minutes. So if I'm going two ways by auto and I'm taking 30 minutes, so can I say one side by auto is nothing but 30 by 2, that is 15 minutes because the distance is same. Clear? So if auto is 15 minutes and I replace it here, can I say one side of walk he's taking 75 minutes to reach? Right? So one side walk is 75 and that day he decided to walk both the sides. So therefore the total time taken will be 75 into 2, that is 150 minutes. Again, a very simple question. Clear? Let's move forward. Very interesting question here. Very interesting question. Not take fractions anymore in our lives. The denominator is the multiple of 5, right? So let's start first things first. Let the distance be 5x kilometer. So 2 by 5 of 5x. That means in the first case, he's saying 2x by bus. Let me assume the speed of bus is b. Okay. 3 by 5 of 5x, right? So 3x by c will be how many hours? 3 hours. Clear? Next, what is it asking you? The question is asking you 3/5 by bus. So that means 3x by b plus 2x by c is equal to 3.5 hours. Now, focus on the question statement. The question is asking you find the time taken if he is covering the entire distance by bus. That means this is what I want. Clear? For the first one. And this is what I want for the second one. Can I say in both the cases? The first one can be written as 5 into x by b. And the second one can be written as 5 into x by c, which means we need to calculate the value of x by b and x by c. Clear? I'm simplifying for your convenience. I'm replacing x by b as a. Okay. I repeat. Let x by b is equal to a and x by c is equal to b. Okay. So can I write this equation as 2a plus 3b is equal to 3 and 3a plus 2b is equal to 3.5? Now always remember, whenever you have these kind of equations, what are these kind of equations? Where the coefficients are interchanging, guys. Clear? So whenever the coefficients are interchanging, you just need to do two things: add them and subtract them. Okay. Let's say I'm adding them. If I'm adding them, what do I get? I get 5 times of a plus b will be equal to 6.5. Okay. So I'm writing from here a plus b will be nothing but 1.3. Okay. If I subtract them, then what happens? I'm doing it here only. Okay. So I get a minus a plus b is equal to minus 0.5. I repeat, I'm subtracting these two equations. So I get a minus a plus b is equal to minus 0.5. Now this gets cancelled. What do I get? I get 2b is equal to 8, sorry, 0.8, or b is equal to 0.4. Clear? Similarly, if b is equal to 0.4, once I replace, what is the value of a that I get? I get the value of a as 0.9. Is this point clear? Now we discuss our answers are going to be 5a and 5b. Okay. So 5 into a. So total distance by bus is 5a, that is 4.5, and the total distance by car is equal to 5b, that is 2.0. So bus he takes 4.5 hours and car he takes 2 hours. A very basic, very long equation based approach to get your answer. Any doubts? I've done nothing but standard 9 equations, guys. Right, now let's understand the shortcut. Okay. Let me understand the shortcut here. Now the shortcut is quite easy, but it's slightly logical. So I want you to just be with me. You'll get the answer in a fraction of seconds, guys. It's very logical approach. So let's say in both the cases, I'm dividing my distance into 5 equal parts. First part, second part, third part, fourth part, and fifth part. Okay. So let's say each distance is D, 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 and D. Okay. Now what is happening? Is traveling by bus 2 parts and is traveling by car 3 parts and is taking how many hours? 3 hours. Now here what is happening? He is traveling by bus 3 parts and is traveling by car 2 parts and is taking how many hours? 3.5 hours. Now tell me one thing, guys. Everybody with me, please. Can I say the time taken for this part and the time taken for this part will be same? Because the distances are same, he is traveling by the same speed. Okay. I can understand. The time taken for this part and the time taken for this part will also be same. Is this point clear with all of us? Here the distance is d, here also the distances are same, guys. Okay. D by B, D by B. So here the total distance will become 2D by, total time taken will become 2D by B, okay. Here also the total time taken, sorry, this will be D by B, yeah. Here also it will be 2D by B. Here also it will be 2D by C. Here also it will be 2D by C. So therefore the time taken for both the parts are same. So can I say the gap between these two, that is 0.5 hours more in the bottom case, I am taking because instead of C I am writing a B. Is this point clear? Instead of C, if I'm writing a B, I am adding 0.5 more. So can I say instead of this C also, if I write a B, I'll have to add a 0.5 to this. And instead of this C, if I write a B, I have to add another 0.5 to this. So look at it, B, 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 all 5 Bs. So total distance by bus, your answer is going to be 4.5 hours. You have 30 seconds to ask if you have any doubts. The speeds are not different, Amma. Madhulata, I'm saying the time taken for this part and this part, I'm just comparing these two, will be same. Again, time taken for this part and this part will be same. I'm talking about these two parts and these two parts will be same. If let's say this is x, ఇక్కడ కూడా x కదమ్మా. If this is y, ఇక్కడ కూడా y కదమ్మా. People are asking to explain once again. So same distances, I repeat guys, in both the cases I'm taking same distances, I'm dividing the whole part into 5 parts. Here I'm traveling bus and bus, car, oh sorry, 3 cars, no? Yeah, 3 cars, here I'm taking 3 hours. Here I'm taking 3 buses and 2 cars. Here I'm taking 3.5 hours. Guys, the logic is quite simple. If I'm taking x minutes to cover, x hours to cover this part, can I say I'll take x hours to cover the same part also? Because distance is same and this is traveling by bus only. Clear? If he's traveling y parts here or y hours here, that means he will take y hours here also. So here is taking x hours, here also is taking x hours, here is taking y hours, here also is taking y hours. So can I say the gap of the time taken is just because these two are different? Clear? So from instead of writing a C, if I'm writing a B, what did I do? I'm adding 0.5. Clear? So instead of C, if I write a B, what will I do? I'll add another 0.5. Instead of this C, if I want to write a B, I'll add another 0.5. So therefore, my time taken becomes nothing but 4.5 hours. All by buses, my answer becomes 4.5 hours. Now is it clear? Right, now let's move to the total distance by car. Let's go reverse now. So I'm saying bus, 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 car and car. He's taking how much time? 3.5 hours. Okay, I'm reversing them. Okay, bus, bus, car, car and car. He's taking how many hours? 3 hours. Again, the same concept. This part and this part are same. Not to be worried. This part and this part are same. Again, not to be worried. Clear? Now, instead of writing a B, if I'm converting into a C, I am subtracting by minus 0.5, right? So instead of B, if I'm writing a C, so instead of B, if I'm writing a C, I have to subtract 0.5. Instead of B, if I'm writing a C, I'll subtract another 0.5. So 3 minus 1, your answer becomes 2. So 2 hours by car and 4.5 by bus. Clear? Here guys, please responses. Any one of the methods should be clear. If you understand the logical way, it's going to be pretty easy. Yeah, can we solve this please? A few more questions to end the day. Let's again quickly understand the basic method, and then from tomorrow we'll discuss models. Yeah, let's look at this. Point A and B are 90 kilometers apart. Okay. So let's understand this. These are like very basic equation based questions, guys. Points A and B are 90 kilometers apart on the same line on a highway. Okay, A starts from a car starts from A and another car starts from B. If they go in the same direction, they meet in 9 hours. If they go in opposite direction, they meet in 9 by 7 hours. Find their speeds. Okay. Now, let's first take opposite direction. So this total distance is 90. Kada. So let's say when they're meeting at this point, guys. So the first car would have covered X. Clear? And the second car would have covered 90 minus X. Clear? So first car would have covered X at its own speed. So I'm saying X by A plus 90 minus X by B is equal to 9 by 7 hours. Let's understand basic method. We'll discuss relative speed in the relative speeds class. This is one equation. Clear? Now let us understand if they're moving in same direction. So B is moving from here and A is moving from here. Okay, this is 90. Let's say they meet somewhere here. Okay, if they meet somewhere here, then what happens? Let's say this distance is X. Clear? So what happens? X by B is the time taken by B. Clear? Plus, are you going in the right direction, guys? Anybody who has a problem with my equations? Where am I going wrong here? Are the equations correct? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Quick responses, please. Am I correct or am I wrong? Because nobody has been responding. Exactly right. I'm wrong, guys. Monica, no, I'm wrong. Yes, each of them is running for 9 by 7 hours, and each of them is running for 9 hours. Right? So if they're moving in opposite direction, each of them is covering how much? For 9 hours. Now understand, this is what we need to understand. We'll apply this logic. Let's say if this distance is x and this distance is y, I know total distance covered is 90. So in 9 by 7 hours, the distance covered by A will be 9 by 7 into A, plus in 9 by 7 hours, the distance covered by B is, let's say, 9 by 7 into B. Together they are covering a distance of how much? 90. Clear? But nobody opposed when I wrote the first equation. Got the logic, guys? Now in the second case, understand how do you apply. Because second case is more important to apply the same logic in second case. Now, if B is starting from here, let's say they meet somewhere here. Yeah. So understand the distance covered by A in 9 hours is 9 into A. Kada? Clear? That is 90. Let's say this is X. So distance covered by A is equal to 90 plus X, right? In 9 hours. And distance covered by B is how much? X in 9 hours. So can I say distance covered by A minus distance covered by B will be nothing but 90 kilometers. So in 9 hours, A has covered 9A. In 9 hours, B has covered 9B. So distance covered by A in 9 hours is 9A. Distance covered by B in 9 hours is 9B. Now this difference of them is going to be nothing but 90. Now if you solve, you'll get the answer right away. I repeat, Monica, if A has covered this much of distance, A has covered X distance in 9 by 7 hours, and B has covered Y distance in 9 by 7 hours. If I add both of them, what am I getting? I'm getting A plus B is equal to X plus Y kadamma. And X plus Y is nothing but 90 kada. So distance by A is time into speed. Distance by B is time into speed. That is equal to 90. Yep, so the answer is 40 and 30, guys. No doubt about that. Any doubts? Yeah, Khaja, do not worry. I have not introduced relative speed till now. Once relative speed is easy, then this concept becomes also easy. But the whole idea of today's class is just to open our brains here. Guys, you won't believe I got this question in Standard 9 textbook here. And in Standard 9, we were not introduced to relative speed concept. It was solved this way only. And I was like really amazed. Clear? So a lot of questions from today's class have been picked up from Standard 9 textbook because I just wanted to be good at. Why is it 180 Hari? Look at this kada. A has covered 90 plus X. B has covered only this part kada. So B has covered only X in 9 hours. So A minus B will be what? Why will B also be 90 plus, minus X kada? B is only this part kada. Clear? Yeah, one more basic question on equations, guys. Guys, if today's class is clear, trust me, next 2 days you're going to enjoy here. I always go ahead with the basics to the scratch. Yep, a train covers a certain distance at uniform speed. Last question of the day, guys. So, a train covered a certain distance at a uniform speed. Okay. So from 18 we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. If the train would have been 6 kilometers per hour faster, it would have taken 4 hours less. Clear? Than the scheduled time. Okay. And if the train would have covered 6 kilometers per hour slower, it would have taken 6 hours more than the scheduled time to solve. Right? So now what I have not given the usual speed, neither am I given the usual time. Now please understand the distance is speed into time. Okay. Now he's covering the same distance in all the cases because he's not talking about the distance has changed. So in the second case, if he's traveling at 6 kilometers per hour faster, then the time taken would have been 4 hours less. So the same distance is traveling in s minus 6, s plus 6 into t minus 4. Clear? And the same distance he is traveling in s minus 6 into t plus 6. This is what the question is saying in all the three equations. Clear? Now all I can do, the simplified way in which we can equate is, let's equate the first two equations together. So if we equate the first two equations, I get st. Here also I get st minus 4s plus 6t minus 24. So these two get cancelled. So from here, what do I get? I bring my 24 on my left. So I get 24 is equal to 6t minus 4s. Clear? You want, you can further divide by 2. So this equation can be written as 12 is equal to 3t minus 2s. Now let's equate second and third equation, or first and third will be easier, no? So repeat, let's equate first equation and third equation. So first and third would give me what? St is equal to st. This is plus 6s minus 6t minus 36. St gets cancelled. We get 36 is equal to 6 into s minus t. 6 ones are 6 6. So we have 6 is equal to plus s minus t. Clear? This is what we are getting from here. So let's multiply with 2. Things are going to be pretty easy now. So what do we get? So we get, after multiplying with 2, what do we get here? So we get 12 is equal to 3t minus 2s. And here I have 12 is equal to minus 2t plus 2s. So I have to add both the equations. So I get the value of t is equal to 24. If the value of t is equal to 24, I know from here s is equal to 6 plus t. So the value of s is equal to 30. So the total distance traveled is equal to s into t, that is going to be 720. Clear? So a few of you gave the right answer. Clear, guys? So let's stop here. Guys who are done can move, and the guys who have doubts can please ask your doubts. The class is open for doubts. Thanks a lot, guys. Harshita, time and work videos have been uploaded, Amma. Teja, 16th one. Yeah, what is the doubt, Teja? Second part. Now, second part, the concept is simple. A is starting from here and B is starting from here. Both of them are moving in same direction. Clear? Let's say in 9 hours, they reach somewhere here. I'm assuming this distance is equal to X. So can I say in 9 hours, B would have covered 9 into B, which is equal to X. Mahendra, relay race. Please check the concept of relay race, Kana. And when I say 4 into 100 relay race, which means all of them are from the same team. Okay? Prashant and Mahendra, sorry, Mahendra. Yeah, this will be uploaded by today afternoon, Prashant. So Teja, for 9 hours, B would have covered X kilometers. So I'm assuming speed of B as B, time into speed is this, okay? Now, what is the distance covered by A? The distance covered by A is equal to 90 plus X. Clear? So 9A is equal to 90 plus X. Now subtract this minus this, what do you get? You get 9 times of A minus B is equal to 90 kada. Clear, Teja? Yeah, any more doubts? Yeah, you got X by C is equal to 0.4 kada. What is X by B that you got? 17th. Yeah, what's the doubt here? Just 1 second. Yeah, Durga, tell me what is your doubt, Kana? Four hours less. So the usual time taken is T hours. I'm taking 4 hours less. So that is T minus 4 kada. If I'm usually traveling for T hours, now I'm taking 4 hours less kada. So I'm taking T minus 4 hours. In the next case, I'm taking 6 hours more. So T plus 6 hours. Clear, Durga? Yeah, let's come down to Teja's doubt. What is Teja's doubt here? 5x, 5D is my total distance, Teja. So we have 3D by B plus 2D by C is equal to 3 hours. And then I have 2D by B plus 3D by C is equal to 3.5. I can add both of them. If I add both of them, I get 5 times of D by B plus D by C is equal to 6.5. 5 ones are 5, 1.3s are. So you get D by B plus D by C is equal to 1.3. Clear, Teja, now? I'm sure you messed up your calculation here. You said you got 1.8. If you subtract them, you get D by B minus D by C is equal to minus 0.5. So what do we get here? We get D by B is equal to 0.8 and we get D by C is equal to 0.5. Clear, Teja? Moving forward. Finally, you have to calculate 5 into d by b and 5 into d by c. Yeah, any more doubts? Somebody had question number 10. What is question number 10 talking about? Yeah, tell me, Pavni, what is your doubt, Amma, here? 4 into 100, which means each of them is running 100 meters, Amma. Yep, whoever asked question number 10, can you please come down to chat box? And the question is talking about the same team. I had no clue why did the other guy have the doubt. We are talking about the same team. Yep. Anybody else? Fine. So let's catch up tomorrow, guys. Thanks a lot and have a great day.